This video is going to be a reaction to the discussion of the third episode of RWBY Ice Queendom, and the reaction is now going to commence. Yeah, it looks very comfortable, like you're gonna lose your life. That's not a bug bet. Also, it seems like the relationship is getting better. Oh, a nightmare comes. Wow, RWBY. Good work educating yourself, very good. Ah, yes, very exciting. Let's go. I know this is also gonna have some good animation. Oh, okay. Okay, this does have some really, it does have some very good high moments when it comes to animation. Oh, okay, I did it. Pretty cool indeed. Oh, does the teacher have something interesting to say? Evil glare. I'm really hoping that they do some interesting changes. I do agree you do deserve... Oh, so sad. Don't worry, RWBY. Of course you don't. Frankly, I feel like it's more ridiculous that Team Juniper didn't say anything about John being the leader. Well, no, that's a lie. It matters a lot. Oh, I feel so sad. Wait, RWBY knows him? Okay, they've skipped for that. Yeah, she knows him. Okay, so there was the introduction. They're just not gonna show it. I mean, yeah, I agree. Oh, John! Wait, they didn't have the Aura Awakening scene as well. Okay, now I feel like things are slightly disjointed a little bit, but that's mostly because I'm aware of a lot of context. The semblance. Oh, please be different just for the fun of it. Good question. Good question. We're gonna get that answer later. Useless John. Oh, so sad. Don't worry, he'll improve. I hope. I hope he improves in this series. Is it a good idea to give coffee to a speedster? It's probably not, but hey, I would have been fine with it if they completely adapted everything. Oh, John. Okay. Yeah, I'm certain he agrees. Okay. Didn't Wise have the same thing though? How much time is there left? There's 20 minutes at least, right? Ooh, okay. We got this from the trailer. Nightmare. That's cool. That's cool! New type of Grim. How do you hunt them then? This is so... Okay, his team have been fated to become glorious warriors. Yeah. Don't worry. Oof, here's the Grim. Oh my goodness, no! Poor Sean! This is interesting. Very interesting thing to do, very interesting. And also we know that Wise is in the same situation, right? Why is this called Ice Queendom though? What's happening? Wait. I feel like anyone who doesn't know about RWBY the show will feel very confused in general. Okay, and they didn't show the fight either. Ew, you're disgusting, Dreamcatcher. I mean, no, I mean the dream thing, not the character. Okay, that was unique. Yeah, something gonna happen. Interesting. RWBY, reaction, Silver Eyes? No. Yeah. So you don't keep the memories of the nightmare. That's pleasant at least. Oh, interesting. Oh. Okay, that explains why Wise has one as well. Okay, interesting. So except John and Wise, does anyone else have these? Wait, so it works worse if you're not strong. Yeah, they're really passing through a lot of things. I'm kind of worried that people might not give it a chance, at least new people, precisely because I feel like you have to have watched the original to understand everything that's happening. Wait a second, are we introducing another character? There is Sun. The moment. Howdy. Okay, let's see how this is gonna go, I suppose. Ah, there's the other character I was thinking of. Okay, they're making it obvious here. Ah, okay. Also, they're doing a lot of time skipping, so I'm kind of confused. Is all of this happening on the next day? Alright, Wise, what's happening with you? Wait. Another Wise? Oh, right, the nightmare is on Wise. Brightness? So insanely bright? What's happening? Ah. I'm thinking of the last time I saw you. It was a glorious moment. Very messed up, but very glorious and interesting for the future. Still confused about the timeline though. That's the one thing I don't get in this episode. Like, after episode 1, I feel like they started going through the timeline in interesting ways. Okay, the fight begins. Okay. Is everyone heading there? What monster? What are you talking about? What's happening? Wait, they time skipped for that as well? Oh, they are time skipping for that. Okay, you see, I'm starting to see a problem for new viewers. You have to watch the original to understand what's happening. At this point, like, you're skipping for a lot. Thank you for the difference, finally. I mean, you don't have to forgive them, you have to... Oh, what's happening? Wise? And obviously they said that her case is going to be worse because she actually knows how to use her powers. Huh. Okay, that was a cool ending. Oh yeah, that explains, wow, the difference. I enjoyed the last second. The very last scene was good. But wow, I mean, I'll be honest. This episode was rough. At least for me personally. Like, if I actually didn't know what's happening, and even as someone who supposedly knows what's happening, this was rough. I feel like we time skipped through so much. The thing is, because obviously I've watched it doesn't really turn me off of the series as much as it probably would have if I actually didn't know anything about it. Because obviously enough, obviously I'm gonna be changing things after episode 4. I think so, right? I'm pretty positive they said that after the first 2 episodes, they will be done with the things that will be exactly the same as in the original series. So, what they meant is the first 4 episodes then, because the first episode is an hour and 6 minutes, and it's technically the first 3 episodes. Episode 4 will continue with telling me stuff about the original one, or rather things that happened in the original one with small differences. And there were some interesting small differences, which I will talk about them. But yeah, overall, this is definitely my least favorite episode. I did have some amazing animation. Obviously, there was the Wise fight, that was very good looking. The very ending with Wise is interesting. And you know what, that's honestly the only thing I don't know anything about and that I'm curious about. Let me just go back. I want to go back and read upon that special Nightmare Dream which was mentioned. Okay, so what they did with Dreamcatcher and obviously of Team Juniper going inside John's dream, the little review of his story where they mentioned that obviously he is a descendant from a line of heroes and is expected that every arc will become a great hero. And him not believing that he's worthy of being with such a name and having such a legacy. That was fun. Obviously enough, I feel like that I think they did what they did with John okay. Clear enough they're building up that there's something odd about him, except the fact that apparently he is from a line of great heroes. He doesn't know about aura, and they kind of mentioned that aura is important. And obviously, I know what's the meaning of aura and what it does and what it's supposed to do. I feel like the show has not done a good enough of explanation yet. They did mention apparently that John benefited from the fact that he's incredibly inexperienced. Which, that was an interesting little thing. The Nightmare Dream is also a very cool idea, I like it. Only issue is, I hope they're insanely rare, because otherwise what do you do? Like, you need to find someone close to that person so that you can capture the thing. Otherwise it's going to breed into more versions of itself from inside the body, which is disgusting. And it feeds on the aura of the person. So yeah, definitely John being inexperienced with aura actually came in clutch. But once again, they have not really... Yeah. I have a small problem with that. The Grim itself, cool idea, I like it. The reason to why it actually didn't get the opportunity to grow into something dangerous, even though John is someone who apparently has a large pool of aura. And I assume they're gonna keep the same thing. But they mentioned that he doesn't know how to use it yet, so apparently that's good enough for the Nightmare not to take full advantage of the fact that John is apparently strong when it comes to aura. So okay, that's okay. But the issue I have is, they didn't show the fight between that Grim and Team Juniper. You see, the thing when they showed Penny and her fight, and they skipped the entire thing with Torchwick, Penny, just the White Fang, they skipped that entire thing. And I don't think that's a problem in the episode, but it's something that I can accept, because obviously if I have seen that fight, I don't need to see it again, and even though I would like to see it in this animation style, I'm fine with not seeing it. Now, not seeing Team Juniper actually have a fight, I feel like we saw just a couple of screenshots. Yeah, this entire thing with the Nightmare and Jean lasted 2 minutes. I don't think that's enough. I feel like that could have been an episode in itself, I can speak. And that would have been amazing. I really would have appreciated an episode like that, especially with the thing they're saying that John has close connection to his teammates. All that is good, all that is nice. Everything that this whole thing was doing was good. The only issue is it was rushed. I do feel like that was the case. And I also do feel like they rushed it so much precisely because they want to get onto the important nightmare, that being Wise. Where precisely because she's actually a prodigy and she's insanely capable, her nightmare is gonna be ridiculously powerful, hence Team RWBY is gonna need to take care of it. And also something very interesting, if these Grimm actually enter your body, they go into your dream. And also it was such an interesting scene to see the Grimm actually go out of Jean. Like it opened a hole inside of his chest, and it's like there was another dimension in Jean. And yeah, just it was strange. It really was. And I really am curious to what they're gonna be doing with this. Oh, camera, come on, lighting, why are you doing this to me? So yeah, apparently Dreamcatcher, which is this new character that wasn't in the original, she mentioned that there were multiple nightmares, or she sensed other nightmares other than the one she already saw, which means that there is other than the one that Wise has, or is that the last one and maybe we'll see more in the future? Wait, is that gonna be the entire series just dealing with these nightmares, at least season 1? That would be intriguing. I mean, that Grimm in general, the nightmare, is horrifying. Especially with the sentence when they said, yeah, just it breathes inside your body and your feelings and everything until it eats the entirety of your aura, and then just probably a lot of those things pop out of you. Oh, that's just the thought of that is disgusting. But yeah, that is one of the worst ones actually. Now to think about it, yeah, it's really not pleasant. Now, obviously enough, Dreamcatcher knows a way to defeat it if you fight it with other people once it already has touched someone. And I suppose as long as it is in that small form, just outside of the body of someone, it's actually very easy to catch. Then again, she used some intriguing thing. That new character, Dreamcatcher or whatever her name, I'm not gonna remember it yet. Yeah, she used some intriguing threats. I wonder where that's her semblance, or where those are some sort of special dust. Because clearly enough, if they're introducing new types of Grimm, they can introduce new powers. They can introduce new... they can change the power system if they wanted to. There is a lot of possibilities they can do. And the thing is, precisely because they're doing some of these changes, I'm wondering... should you watch the original series? And obviously, I feel like you should. But if they're gonna be doing drastic changes to the power system, then is it a good idea to have people watch the original series and then this? I don't know. So by the end, it seems like in episode 3 I do have very mixed feelings. I do think the episode 1 was definitely the best. I once again did enjoy at least the concepts of a lot of things they did in episode 3. Mostly the little, I was gonna say adventure, realization of Wise whenever she was going around being sad about RWBY being the leader. Hearing how Jean is the leader and yet no one on his team is complaining, which is honestly kind of ridiculous. They really should be complaining, especially with the information that Jean is pretty much worthless. I mean, Glenda said it herself. I'm talking about the Bond teacher. Yeah, apparently Jean is below average when it comes to combat. His aura is underdeveloped just in general, and he doesn't have his semblance yet. So yeah, he is not good at literally anything for now. And from what we've seen, because we haven't seen much of him at least for now, it doesn't seem like his intelligence is anything impressive either, for now. We'll see what they're gonna do with him. I do hope that they do something more with Team Juniper. Once again, I really love the concept they did with the Nightmare. My criticism with that is that they really should have had Jean being inhabited by that Nightmare be an entire episode. And then you can have Wise's one be after. Maybe a couple of episodes later we have her. Yeah, I guess my realization after this beginning is that I guess I would have liked to see the entire show be redone. I've seen some people say that they don't want to watch the entire show again with this animation style. But frankly, now that I've seen the animation style, and honestly, now that I've seen how it looks like when they're trying to skip through everything and get to the point, I feel like it would have been a better decision to restart the entire thing and definitely do things way faster, like perhaps cover the entirety of volumes 1 and 2 in just season 1. and obviously enough have these different changes with the Nightmare Hunter. I feel like that would have been interesting, because I'm now insanely confused. I feel like I didn't skip anything, I was paying attention, and I'm not even certain on which day we are currently. Because apparently they met Penny, this is the first year, the festival is coming up, which is going to be an important event, which obviously will probably have to end very differently than how it ended in the original series if they want to change the story. Also, there is the Nightmares, which are throwing another wrench into the mix. And yeah, there is a lot of ways in which I believe they could have done things better, even if it meant that they would have had to adapt certain episodes from volumes 1 and 2 identically, and the new series would have truly begun at season 2. I think I would have been fine with that, but hey, this is what we got. And animation wise, overall, I'm satisfied. It's not anything absolutely spectacular, it has good moments, and I don't expect anything else from it. I think it's perfectly satisfying. When it comes to the character introductions, once again, if I had not watched the series, I feel like it would have been rough for me. If I had not watched the original, I feel like it would have been rough. Hence, I am feeling a little disappointed in that, but precisely because it seems like we're going in an entirely new direction in the next one, I'm not certain. I'm really not certain when things are going to deviate immensely. It's honestly dependent on that. Because the real test of the show is going to begin exactly the moment they decide to deviate completely from the story of the original series. So that's the moment I'm truly waiting for, and the moment where I'm kind of waiting to make my decision whether this is a good idea or not. I mean, I think it's a good idea because, once again, I am enjoying what I'm seeing, just now that I'm seeing them skipping through all the content and everything, even though I actually know everything that had happened, I feel cheated. I do. It's kind of sad. It's a strange feeling. Because once again, I do understand people saying that they don't want to rewatch the entire series with just a different animation style, but now that I've seen this, I feel like I would have rathered it. Just if they maybe have sped up certain moments. I don't know. But overall, episode 1 was the best, episode 2 second best, and episode 3 had some cool moments, although definitely felt insanely rushed in personal opinion. But what is most important is what is going to be happening in episode 4. Because clearly enough, the Nightmare of Wise is going to be very intriguing. Dreamcatcher mentioned that the stronger you are, the stronger the nightmare is. And Wise Shinee is someone that is pretty powerful, as we saw from episode 1. And obviously enough, actually, even in this episode, whenever she fought the boar, it was actually very cool. That was the highlight animation of this episode. So yeah, I am truly intrigued to see what the nightmare is gonna be, how it's gonna look. They showed a little moments with Jean, which once again I feel like this should have been an entire episode, but hey, I understand it. I'm saying I understand, but I don't. I really wish we got more of it. Besides the point though, overall, the nightmare is interesting. And clearly enough, it's going to be an interesting, I suppose, obstacle for Wise to overcome. Now, another thing that's gonna feel slightly weird for me is the fact that apparently only people that are close to you can enter your heart. And Wise doesn't really feel too close to her teammates for now. And frankly, it's the same with Team Juniper, precisely because we really have skipped through a lot. So I do believe that in the end what I'm realizing is that yeah, you just must, it's an absolute must for you to watch the original series and then watch this. And yet I'm still confused about the timeline. I'm not really certain whether it was day or a week that passed. Yeah, just it feels very confusing. So that is why I'm saying that I can't wait for them to get to the story that they're willing to tell, that is obviously enough, has to do with, it is connected to the original series, but it's going to deviate drastically. Because yeah, I just want them to get to a point where I'm actually going to be able to follow the story. And even though I did say that I am fine with the fact that they're not going to show the relationship between the different teams, because obviously it was already shown in the original series, I feel like they really should still do a little moment of that for different characters. I mean, obviously it was happening with Wise, and the season is called Ice Queendom, Which, once again, it's still so baffling to me, because it's called Ice Queendom, and I'm assuming that the nightmare that Weiss is having is not going to be the entirety of the season, right? Right? Oh no, that's going to be the worst. I'm hoping it's not that. Like, if you want to spend 1 or 2 episodes in Weiss's dream or whatever, I'm fine with that. Just whatever you do, don't do the entire show now in Weiss's dream. Now, that's gonna be horrible. Oh, I'm gonna hate that. Oh, please don't. Oh, I hope I didn't guess what they'll be doing. I really hope I didn't. But hey, we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's gonna be glorious. But hey, anyway, overall, I enjoyed the animation. I enjoy the potential of the characters that they can do. And I'm very much so excited about the changes they're gonna do in the timeline. Because obviously the timeline is already way different. I feel like a lot of events that should happen and could have happened might not even happen ever now. And obviously we're not even introduced to a real antagonist for now. So that's also a fun thing. Except obviously, you know, the guy with the cane. So yeah, we'll see where things are gonna go. But overall, I had fun. And I'm truly looking forward to the next one. But for now, this is Ruder, subscribe to my channel there, and bye.